everybody, welcome back to the channel. Back here at Tier 1 Auto Sales for another vehicle review. Checking out a 2015 Ford Focus ST. A couple of beautiful mods on it here and there. A little bit far from stock. See what they have to offer. Down in the comments as well, we get a little bit of luxury cars, a little bit of everything here. If you guys like to see any reviews on any type of vehicles that we do have, drop them down in the comments and we'll see if we can get them all on the review before they sell and leave the lot. Here's the 2015 Ford Focus ST. So you do get the bigger motor in there, you do get the more sportier seats, and the more sportier oriented vehicle. Spoiler, well, not necessarily, you have the window louvers just for looks, has the Roush full catback exhaust, and it does actually carry the full two-tone leather, cloth, and yellow interior with the Recaros up in front. This being an ST as well, you get ST badging here, ST badging here, ST badging on the seats, and on the driver's seat, you get the Recaro logos on the right side, and on the left side, let me see, do get a 6-speed with a short show shifter on there. You get the aftermarket screen, well, not aftermarket, you get the stock screen, get the aftermarket looking gauges up front with the boost, oil pressure, and oil temperature. And let's give this thing a start up for you guys. Under the hood, we do have a 4-cylinder single turbo, which this one does have an intake on it, but fairly much stock. Now, as we're sitting in the vehicle, let's go through some of the quirks and features that this vehicle might have, and some of the things that, you know, steer me away, or as a person being 6'2", 230 pounds, may be difficult. Well, first thing is the seats. If you do have bigger thighs, and if you do weight a little bit, it's kind of harder to fit in the seats because it is a Recaro. Usually someone, let's say under 6 foot, 100, 200 pounds probably feel more comfortable. For me, I do have some bigger legs on that side, and my thighs on the outer bolsterings of the seats. A little bit uncomfortable, nothing that was, well, 100% steering me away from not purchasing a type of vehicle like this. It does have a sunroof. You do get the hatch. The rear seats do fold down. You get that that comfortability and that room there, because it does, so you can move stuff around if you needed to. Put a couch, not a couch, but stuff around, you know, put a toolbox back there, whatever. And kind of things that I wish they would have changed about this vehicle is like the infotainments and stuff like that, and like the boot up. I wish that it was more ST oriented, and anything that you're getting something more special when you're getting the vehicle, like having different gauge clusters, not even having a different gauge cluster in general, but having a different color gauge cluster, you know, having a little off oriented normal than a normal Focus or something like that would be more better. Not more better, but it's not a word, but better for the vehicle, better for the drive, and I feel like better for the customer. At the end of the day, gear selector as well. I feel like the clutch, it is very soft, as in it's very, very easy to drive, but for being a ST and, you know, noted for more performance and track driving, which supposedly, I would want the clutch to be a little bit more stiffer, and the gear changes, I mean, to feel more like a race car than it feeling like it's someone's helping me, or something's helping me engage that clutch in or shift those gears. Besides that, I mean, car well-rounded. I mean, if you're looking for something that makes decent horsepower, looks good, sounds good, and drives decently well, I would recommend one of these. I mean, you do get the Recaros in here. Most companies don't even give out Recaro seats in cars anymore. You're getting a 6-speed manual. You're getting a 4-cylinder single turbo. It's basically, like I call it, it's Ford Mustang EcoBoost was cut in half. This is exactly it. Power range is there, feels great to drive. I mean, nothing much to complain about. I just wish that it wasn't, like, in the materials, there weren't so much reused parts from the Focus. But besides that, I mean, it's a really well-rounded vehicle, and let's see how it drives. pretty neat. I didn't know that was in that vehicle. So when you do need a shift, it does give you an indication that you do need to upshift or downshift. So that's really neat. Most cars don't do that. The indication right there. Ooh, it's got some nice pickup. It's got some really nice pickup. Hold up.